Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with my weekly Scrap Backwards video, and I'm using all kinds of unlikely, I'm mixing some unlikely supplies in what could become a bit of a mess, or I could just love it, and I have no idea which it's going to be. I've pulled out some of the super awesome ephemera that is by Asuka Studios that came in a Mind the Scrap kit, and I'm using one of their pattern papers as the background. I'm using 49 and Market for some blocks on there and some Cocoa Vanilla Studio frame right there. So just looking at this, you can tell it's going to be a mess. But I'm gonna kind of channel my inner Kat Ronson, who is a fellow creative team member over at Scrap-A-Sketch. This is the weekly Scrap-A-Sketch from, I'm recording this on Saturday. It was yesterday's weekly Scrap-A-Sketch sketch, and I'm going to try to be using the Friday sketch every time I do my Monday page. That's kind of going to be a thing, I think. It adds just that one more degree of challenge. So what the sketch is kind of a diamond shaped, just a square turned 45 degrees. And it's got 4 segments. So instead of having one solid segment in the back, I'm going to use these pieces, these 3 pieces, and then I'm going to embellish inside this frame. And these 3 are going to have photos of a sort. I absolutely love this background paper. I have no idea, when I saw it, I had no idea how to use it. It's really funky, and this page is going to be documenting. This is the other side of it that has some cut aparts, and I possibly could have used some of these little phrases there, but I love this side. Even with the crash, and I'm going to kind of play off of that actually. So let's just get started. I'm going to kind of put this fairly close to the edge and pretty much right at the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if I can do this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So kind of right here, just a little off the edge, and at that angle. Is that a good angle, or is it a little wonky? There, I think that's better. And then I'm going to take this one and put it so that it kind of touches that. And I want the stripes to go all wonky ways, all different ways as I do this. And so this one, the stripes, that would match. If I did it this way, it would match that. If I did it this way, it matches that. So it's going to match one or the other. I kind of like this white part out there. I'm going to do that. And then this has and it's not a square, it is a rectangle, but I think I can still make it work. The photos are from a Blink-182 concert a couple nights ago where James and the girls, this is the right length to kind of sit sort of right in the middle of that. Okay, so I have not distressed the edges of these, And I may wish I had, but we'll see. Okay, so these are the photos from the concert, and I'm going to kind of lay them like so. Let me do it like more like that. And I'm going to kind of do them a little bit wonky so they're not exactly lined up inside of those squares. And I'm going to do them so that you do a better job. You can kind of see them a little bit better. And I'm going to kind of do this one at that same angle. This is going to be parallel to that. And then I've got this that I thought I wanted to put in here. And I may I'm just gonna do it like so. This is the photo of the band and from the like the concert poster. And I'm gonna layer in this camera like that, I think. Let me get the camera in there first. And it's gonna kind of overlap there. I'll get the photo kind of right there, and again at an angle that's different from these photos. And I'm kind of going for that, randomly just fell on there that way. So I'm going to use wow there. I'm going to, I'm actually looking for, okay, I found the word awesome. So my title's going to be super awesome. I need to get the awesome letters on there. This is Cocoa Vanilla Happy Days. I love these chipboard title letters. Okay, let me see. I'm not getting that out. Let's see what we have here. I'm going to start with the E. And I'm going to glue it on. Let's see, if I want the super down here, I'll let the E be here. And these have a backing, but still I can't trust that the adhesive will hold it on the page, because this is a lot. This chipboard is very rigid. And I'm going to smoosh the letters together as close as I can get them. And this O punches out. The first time I used these letters, I didn't realize there was a backing, so I glued onto the backing, and I know those letters are going to come off. The backing will separate from the letter. So before I put them in the album, after I do the layout share, I always gather up kind of a stack of layouts, and then I do a layout share, and then that's when I put them in albums after the layout share. So there's nothing that goes in an album that hasn't been shared. And I have a few pages to put in albums right now. I did a few last night. I did the layout share on Tuesday, so they've been sticking around that long, and then I have my new stack of yesterday's and today's pages. So there, and I like that the super is going to be down here. I think this said superhero, and I trimmed it. I trimmed the hero off of it. And I'm just using, there's no particular relevance of the bang, pow, crash kinds of things, other than I think it was a very full-on it was rock and roll. And okay, so I'm going to do this, and let's see, I have this that says yes, and I'm going to put some extra foam on the back of it so that it stands up. And oddly enough, I think I can pull some things from this Maggie Holmes thicker set and from this Cocoa Vanilla sticker sheet that will work to kind of tuck in bits of color. And also the Maggie Holmes has some black and white that I kind of like. So I'm going to do that right there. And I've got this LOL that could go there. Again, I need some foam. Let's see if I'm going to do it here. I need this foam down here. Sometimes I need to realize that when I just, without knowing the design of the page, when I put the foam on the back, just, before I've put it on the page, it may not be where I want it. Okay, so I like that that's lifted up that much. Let's see, I've got this that's a nice kind of pop of color, maybe here, and I can use something like this little guy. I'm gonna trim this down, kind of do a little bit more fussy cutting so that I get the detail of those sparks. And I'm sorry for the time that's taking, but I think it's necessary to get a better feel on the page. I don't know if that makes sense, but I don't want it to look like I just put a piece of paper there that has an image printed on it. I want it to more be the image, the feel that you get of that spark of excitement and the little, I guess, I don't know what you call this, like a cherry bomb. And I'm gonna go ahead. That would have been a good symbol to use if they had gone to or when they, to scrapbook when they went to a Joan Jett concert. Okay, so I'm gonna do this like that, and I'll put a tiny bit of, let me get a little bit of glue on these guys because they're going to overlap the photo, but I want to be sure it doesn't cover a face. That's Ava, Allie, James, and Katie. Okay, so I've got that there. Maybe I can put this one, well, let's do it here, and I'll figure out some kind of image to put there. I kind of like the pigeon. Let's do that. And then I'm going to go look for some smaller embellishments. I want something. I don't know that the pigeon has anything to do with anything, but I kind of like this yay flag over here. Adding a little color, unexpected pink color to this blue bang. I'm going to put a couple of butterflies, one right here. I cut these for the last page I did and then ended up not using them. Let's do this right here. Okay, and now I'm going to get an arrow off of here. It's not coming off so easily. It's just the right color for so many things. I thought, let's see, I've got a little piece of I'm gonna do it right along here, but I'm gonna put some of my skinny it's not skinny enough to go on the arm of the arrow, but at the arrow head and back at the feathers, it should be fine. And that will hold it up with a little bit of, when I have a scrap of foam tape, I stick it on all kinds of things. You know, the cups that hold my paintbrushes and pens, and the, right, and I just stuck this on the lamp. Okay, so that is gonna go like that. I'm gonna use this tab right there. Again, I need some foam. Kat's version of this sketch had a black background, and if I hadn't found this, I probably would have gone that direction. Okay, and I need a little thing that says a little phrase strip to go on that. That is a little too long, so I need to find a shorter one. Here's one that says hello, and that will work. This was a photo that they had somebody take so they could send it to me. I was at home with the dog, and she started barking just about the time I was ready to go to bed, and she would not stop, and I got a little bit scared. I've got this that says "This is the life." Let me put a little foam behind it, and then I'll figure out where it goes. So I looked at the doorbell camera. There was nothing. Although when I looked at it, when I opened the app, it said that it had crashed, and I immediately, I watched too much television. I immediately thought, oh my God, somebody's disabled my my doorbell cam so they could break in. And I looked. We also have cameras with a security system, ADT security system, that look at the driveway. I look at the entire front of the house and the side, which is, I have a side doorbell, which is the entrance to my place. So this says "This is the life." Maybe I can put it across the bang bit there. Bang, "This is the life." Okay, this says "Hey, you're awesome," and that would be kind of cool, but I've already got a speech bubble here, and this one is pretty well embellished. I don't think I need this. I'm going to put that away in where? I'm going to put it there. I have some, let's see, I have some more. I have a little, like a rocket ship that could, and I've got a kaboom. What is this? This is like a heart. I've got some odd little characters there. There's also this, which I could slip under there and then layer this on top of it, or just layer this under here. But let's look at the Maggie Holmes and see. I want to get some of these black bits. There are these black leaves, and I'm maybe gonna do something right there so you can kind of see there's that colorful bit underneath it. There's also these little bits. I can kind of take this one and run it like so it kind of overlaps there. And I have a rose that I could maybe layer right here. And I'm actually kind of hoping that it doesn't necessarily look like a rose, but like something abstract. I have a black heart, again, something that would have been good for a Joan Jett concert. Let's see, maybe that. I like this yellow color there, though. So I'm going to layer it somewhere, maybe right there. And I'm going to put this right there. And then I have a yellow heart that I can layer up on top of that, like so. I need a little different kind of color right in here, or not. What can I do? Let's go with this pink heart. And I'll kind of stick it right in there. I was going to, and I think I need something yellow over here, but I do not want that ribbon. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything yellow there. I don't see anything yellow here. What can I do? There's a wild floral here that's kind of out there. That's part of the boho sunshine. Ooh, and there's a little yellow toadstool. Maybe that would be cute right there. Okay, and maybe I'll cut a couple things off. I will get some of the thin foam. I love embellishing pages that where I don't really have to worry about whether anything matches or makes sense. For me, I guess that's most pages. Let's see. I have to tell you that what I'm going to do later this afternoon is I'm going to walk to our neighborhood swimming pool using my rollator just to be sure that I don't fall. And I'm going to watch Adam's video that he put out a couple days ago that show he's taken the end of his kit from the beginning of the year and made 14 page kits. So I want to see the page kits that he's made. He had a huge, fantastic kit that I really loved. And I can't wait to see where he's going to take that. He's kind of really gotten into scrapping backwards lately, and I love it. Let's see. I have quite a few photos that I've printed. I'm just going to put that there and get the butterfly's wings above it. Now I'm just kind of adding little stuff that may or may not make sense, but which adds some color to the page. Just little pops of color, including this kind of brownish burnt umber, I guess we used to call it in school. That's what Mr. and Mrs. Crayola called it. And I'm not a fan of it, and I'm not a fan of collections that that use it, but I have it and I need to use it, so there it is. I'm kind of thinking I want to use this. It's black and white, and I think my goal of creating a funky looking page, I think I've met that goal. Let's see, I think I want which side do I want tucked in? Okay, I think I'm done, and now I'm going to add some enamel dots in, kind of tuck them into little places. Some of the big ones, I have trouble using the big ones most of the time. I use the small ones out of a set, and then all the big ones are left, and I never know what to do with them. So I'm going to use big ones here, and kind of like someone in a class I took, I think it was one of the Pink Fresh classes, said that the big ones she always tucks in so that there's just a little bit showing, and it's always kind of a nice look. And now I'm going to use some small ones and just kind of cluster them together. And let me see, I guess we go with a yellow there, and I've got tone on tone for part of that. I'm going to go down here these enamel dots were in the same kit, and the colors are just spot on, just perfect with not only this collection that I'm using here, but all of the collections. And it's just, Emma's just a genius. She is, she's definitely an inspiration. I'm gonna kind of, I don't know how to do this. I have to do it left-handed. There. And then I will do one of the little aqua ones. And I have another, well, let me just do one of these little grayish blue ones. I didn't have a yellow one there, but I can take this yellow one and use it maybe as part of that. Let's see. I want it tucked under there. And I'm gonna put a little tiny blue here and a little tiny peach here. Just like, let the cluster, one bit of the cluster is on the background, one is on this frame, and the other's on that frame. So I'm thinking that's kind of cute. Let me do a yellow one. Right in. Come on. Okay, that works. And I think we've got us a page. I think I'm done with it. The one thing I thought I might add is one of these little sunglasses, and I have a yellow pair, to kind of further reinforce the, God, I can't lift my arm. That's getting to be a problem when I can't put my supplies together or reach over to grab something while I'm filming. I have to do something about that. Anyway, the main guy in this photo is wearing sunglasses, and so it kind of works as a thing, and it kind of works with the funky idea, as well as for summertime beachy things, which is what Sunkissed is. It's a summertime beachy collection. So I'm gonna put it right here, saying this is the life. And I think we're done. Thank you for watching. Bye.